This is really cool, but I'm now joined on the show by Adam from While She Sleeps. How you doing, man?
I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
I'm really good. Well, I say that. I've got a massive cold I've had 2 weeks, but we won't go into that because it's
Right.
boring. But
Yeah,
besides that, I'm good. Um, I mean, obviously, we're here because you have a brand new album coming out. And for
yeah,
me, this feels like the biggest buzz about you guys with any album release. Are you feeling that, or is it just me?
yeah. No, I think we feel the same. I think we think this is our kind of best work we've done. Every time everything it gets different each time you do an album because it's a different part of your life that you kind of putting onto a record. But we're feeling really good at the minute, and yeah, it kind of hopefully that reflects in the music.
Yeah, there really does seem to be a big hype, especially since you released Self Hell. As soon as that came out, everyone was like, "Yes, this is
Yeah.
amazing."
Yeah. Well, we're at that point where we want to experiment with the sound, and it to keep excited about it as well. It's like you need to keep testing new waters and finding different sounds to enjoy. So defo this new album is us exploring new territory.
Yeah, I read in an interview, Loz said that with Self Hell, it wasn't like what to expect from the album. He goes, "This is the track that's kind of the most different from the rest of the album," but he wanted to go nostalgic with it, and it's kind of like you guys listen like kind of going old school with what you used to listen to. And I'm feeling a lot of new metal in there. Is
Yeah.
that fair to
Oh,
say?
definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. We're quite a nostalgic band, so we have tapped back into like you say the music that we grew up on, and just adding a sprinkle of that in to kind of shake things up a bit.
Yeah, because someone was asking about like electronic sound. I was like, yeah, there's electronic stuff. There's also a lot of new metal. Just
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
I
which
mean,
is top tier
we've
for me.
always we've always dabbled with like the electronic kind of sound. It's been in our past probably three albums now, and it's always been there, but we've kind of turned it up a bit in this latest record.
So who kind of were you listening to when making this album? Like who could have subconsciously influenced you?
I think well, there's just a whole five different guys listening to different music, so there's a lot of different music going around. But I definitely think Gorillaz was almost a key band we were almost playing at the time of jamming stuff. But yeah, there's a whole load of different music, and it really is a vast kind of array of different artists. So it's all clumped down into this like inspiration that we take.
I really wasn't expecting Gorillas to be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
This
top
is it.
one.
I think once you know that, you can kind of almost go, oh yeah, I can kind of hear some bits that that you get the vibe of.
Well,
But yeah,
especially
we've been that man for years, so
especially because they use about 15 different genres for every song.
that's it. And the thing is, we've always been like that. We've kind of had almost a yin yang approach to writing music, and a lot of us love acoustic music and drum and bass and metal, and it's all a load of stuff. So we don't like being pigeonholed into this kind of metalcore scene. So we really like to just push it and go, no, on this track we're gonna do more of an anthemic kind of sound, and then the next one's gonna be fucking really heavy, and so like when you do release singles, people only see that snippet of what you're releasing, obviously. So without hearing the full collective album, it's hard to make a judgment, I think. So, I get it when people are like, oh, this one's a bit different, but then, we'll put To the Flowers out, and that might be the right song for them. So
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to please everyone, but once you kind of hear the body of work as a whole, it'll hopefully make sense.
See, I mean, you kind of said something about like loving acoustic music and things like that, and I was going to ask a little bit later on, but I might as well just ask it now. Obviously, you've got a run of acoustic shows coming up, including a church in Kingston, which is
Yeah.
just awesome. How difficult is it, or is it difficult to translate some of these songs back to like stripping them right back down to acoustic versions?
Some are easier than others. Some kind of just kind of happen like really organically. It just so happens that that song translates quite well into a like a more of an alternative like song. But some are quite tricky to to break down, and we end up kind of writing new melodies that fit into a different song. So yeah, it is a bit of a challenge, but we kind of like that challenge, and we've been working quite hard at making this set quite unique. And it's not just acoustic; it's just I'm playing piano on quite a lot of the tracks, and it's and we're still using electric guitars and stuff, and then some we're using acoustic. So it'll be quite different.
Yeah, I love the sound of that. Well,
Yeah.
so have any of the songs that you've like you said playing piano there and like acoustic things? So have any of the songs ever started off that way and then built their way up to be massive
Yeah, like a
tracks?
lot of the times demos do start more in a chilled sense, or even someone just playing acoustic, at their house or whatever, just recording it on the phone, and then we'll bring that into the studio and then kind of amp it up and really turn it up a bit. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the songs I kind of write, I write on my piano, and they're almost soft songs at the beginning, and then I'll take it in. I'll be like, lads, like we need to turn this into a big chorus kind of thing. So yeah, generally a lot of times the demo does sound dramatically different to the finished track.
Yeah, I love that. So obviously with the new album, what is your favorite riff on the album?
Hmm, interesting on that. Uh, I don't know. There's so well, I think the soul. I guess it's not as riffy as what you'd probably want to hear, but I guess "Leave Me Alone" is one of the like heaviest riffs, I guess, on the beginning. But then yeah, I like "To the Flowers" kind of lead. That always does it for me. So yeah, there's loads really. It's quite hard to choose.
And also I was going to ask, what is your favorite lyric or favorite line from the
Mm.
album? Something that we're looking for, we can look forward to when it comes out.
Oh, testing me, yeah. Um, don't know. I'm gonna have to think. I might have to get back to you on that one.
It's fine. Just jump in when you know.
Yeah,
So, what is like for you at least? What has been the most important gig you've ever played?
I think. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to say Alexandria Palace. Like that were the one for us. It's such a milestone, um, and to kind of reach that and sell it out was such a big thing for us to do. So I think that was a moment in our career that I still think about now. Obviously, it's not even that long ago that it happened, and I don't think I've quite like contemplated what actually happened that night. So I look back on the photos and yeah, it's a real special moment that.
Yeah, and you had Barry Tomorrow in support, which we love those guys as well.
Yeah, they're great guys. We love them too.
Um, so I wanted to ask as well. A lot of bands are doing anniversary tours. So if you had to pick one of your albums to think maybe in 10 years' time or something that you were going to do an anniversary, which one would you think? Oh, that's probably the one we would go with.
Um, uh, I think about doing something with the North. North stands for nothing. I think that'd be quite a cool anniversary one, and also brainwashed. Or I mean, we, when they all come around, I think we'll end up doing something for each one of them because like I said before, they've all got quite a special thing thing in our lives, so we'd want to celebrate that when it time comes.
Fair enough, yeah. And also, I mean, the great thing about when I do interviews, I end up listening back to the artists, and completely forgotten about Silence Speaks.
Mm.
I was like, oh yeah, play that,
Yeah,
and then I was thinking, you've had quite a lot of features. You've had quite a lot of amazing people. From Simon Neil, Ollie Sykes, Derek from Sum 41. So, who's been your favorite person that you've had featured on a track?
hmm, that's a tough one that because I don't know. They've all brought something like different to the song, and I think that I'm not sure I can answer that one because, like I said, like Ollie brought so much to the track that we loved, and Simon did in a different way,
Yeah,
um, and Derek obviously, like we're working with a lot of these artists that we've grown up and admired over time, So, like I say, each one has just brought their own energy, and I don't think I'm going to be able to answer that one.
I
I
like
think
no, that's good. That's
credit
keeping it fair.
yeah, we appreciate everyone who kind of collaborates with us. So yeah, it's kind of love all around.
Because it's most albums you have a collab on. Is there anyone that you've not managed to like hook up with yet that you'd love to work with, and maybe doing timing and stuff that's just not worked out for you guys?
Yeah, one that probably sticks to mind is Dustin from Thrice. You know, we've been long time Thrice fans, so I think that'd be pretty cool if that ever happened. But yeah, I think it really is hard getting timings right with artists because you know they've got their own album campaigns going off or they're touring at a different time, so it is quite hard work to get that in place. But yeah, that would be a great one.
That would be awesome, actually. That really would. Obviously, so we've got South Hal. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. Well, I think it'll be like a week when this goes out. Um, so what should we be most excited about for this album? Because obviously we've had South Hal, we've had To the Flowers, both amazing tracks, both very different as well.
Hmm.
But I love them both. What should be the thing that we were like, yes, this is going to be awesome?
I don't know. I think it's subject to what the fan is also listening to as well. So it's all good me saying this is going to be amazing. This is going to be jam packed full of different tunes, but it really does come down to a personal preference of the listener. So whatever they're going through at some point in their life, that'll reflect with the music. But all I can say is we've put our heart into this, and there's a lot of different tracks that represent different times in our life that we've gone through, and every track we've worked so hard on kind of telling a story. So yeah, the whole thing is just a journey, and we want people to kind of go through that journey with us and hopefully reflect off that onto their own life.
Well, I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I love music. I love that connection you can get with someone that you've
Yeah,
never met, you never know, but
that's it. Yeah, no, it's pretty powerful.
yeah. Um, Actually, going on that sort of line, then, who's like one of your favorite songwriters of all time? Like someone that you like every single track they write, you're like, yes, I completely get that vibe. I understand what's going on.
Hmm. Um, Well, I'm a big fan of Dallas Green. City in Color and Alexis on Fire. So he's always really spoke to me, and like I've always connected with him over the years and through his albums with City in Color and also Alexis on Fire. Like just such great guys and great bands. So I think as a songwriter, for me, I'd put him up there.
Yeah, I think "Hello, I'm in Delaware" is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
And I've seen him once, and I was really proud of that because it was a small little the Wedgwood Rooms in Portsmouth, which is like 400 cap, and it
Yeah, yeah.
just seemed
Saw,
perfect.
saw him recently in Manchester, and yeah, smashing it. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, and like Alexis on Fire as well is just amazing.
Yeah,
And his voice
oh,
is just like, oh,
I mean, that going back to that question of guests, I mean, that would be one that I'd absolutely peak off if that ever happened. But yeah,
no,
we love Alex on Fire. They've been also like you know, we've just followed them throughout their career, and we're massive fans of them as well.
yeah. So obviously, so we've got the album coming out. We've obviously got Download coming up. What else is in the pipeline for 2024 for you guys?
It's hard to know what we've
We're allowed to say.
yeah we'll put out. It's kind of the same thing that we strive to do every album campaign is just book a load of shows and play festival runs, and yeah, just get out and promote the music and the message as much as we can. We've got we've got like a Sleep Society listening party this weekend for the album, so that'll be really cool. Then obviously we've got the in-store shows, and then I think we go straight into, I think it's in Pericon Festival first, and then we do the in-store shows. So yeah, we're busy now, and we're booking stuff up for the end of the year and also next year. So yeah, it's non-stop from now.
See, yeah. So with like the festival sort of thing, like it's playing, say, playing Download. Do you actually get much time at Download, or is it very much a case of you go in, you maybe do a couple of interviews, you do your set, and then you have to go off because you're going to say Germany or Europe to do another festival?
Really depends on your schedule. A lot of the times it is kind of get in there, have enough time to kind of settle in, get your gear set up. Yeah, do some press, warm up, play the show, and yeah, yeah, like I said, it depends on where you're going to be the next day. Sometimes we ain't got to be anywhere, so we can kind of stay and enjoy the rest of the festival, and we'll either stay in a hotel or drive back or something. But a lot of the times it is scheduled that, you know, we'll get to kind of stay till the end and then straight in a van to airport or something or whatever. So yeah, it's always a bit different, but we do try and enjoy the places that we're at as long as we can.
Cool.
We're yeah, we're defo always striving to stay a bit later.
Yeah, and get to catch some bands. Do you ever
Yeah,
get to catch too many bands, or is it a case of you can maybe get one or two?
yeah. I mean, depends. Like when you're on the festival run, it's like anything. Grass is greener, in it. Like you say, you've done a fair few months of festival run, you end up being like, oh, I want to play a club show again. Like you kind of miss the other side of it. But then when you've done, you know, X amount of months of club shows, you kind of gagging to do festivals. So it's this yin yang kind of thing of back and forth. But it's cool because it keeps it exciting. I think if it was just one all the time, you'd get, you know, a bit complacent with it. But yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah, because there's got is how different is the feeling? So when you walk out, download is what like 50, 60,000 people just endless in the crowd, and obviously you got Ali Pali, massive, like 10,000 people still, but it's enclosed. So is there like a massive difference in that feeling or not?
There is, yeah. For me personally, also like lighting is quite a big thing. So sometimes if you're playing in the day, you know, that can just change your vibe of a show. Which there is a lot of times I enjoy playing in you know with the sun shining on you and stuff. There's something cool about that. But then I think if I had to choose, I do prefer playing in a darker setting because obviously you get, you know, there's lights that get involved then, and just there is something about it, you know. We've grown up playing club shows, so I think that's why we generally like that setting. But yeah, I mean, every festival is different, different layout, different crowds, and you know, different countries have different, you know, style fans that like the music in a different way. So it totally changes everywhere you go. But you know, we love that change.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. So with festivals, if you had to pick like your dream festival lineup that you guys could appear on, who would also be on the bill? Just like maybe three or four bands you'd love to be playing alongside with that maybe you haven't already.
Um, Tough one. I don't know because if I chuck Thrice on there just because I love them. You know, and then I put probably Bring Me an Architects on just because they're good dudes. I mean, yeah, it's tough one. You know, Partway, all these bands that they're great. I think as a lineup, it'd be quite a strong one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you guys thrice architects and bring me, that would be one hell of a show. That's
Oh
like a
yeah,
monster
yeah,
lineup right there.
yeah. Need to make it happen.
Right. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, we've got the album. It's coming out very soon. The acoustic tour, I think it's all sold out, hasn't it? I think
Yeah, yeah, I
that's
believe
that's
so.
all
Yeah,
gone.
that'd
Um,
be
and then we've got
cool.
download, and then I mean, obviously touring at some point, and hopefully some UK shows at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, so is that kind of that's 2024 summed up, and is that also bleeding into 2025 as well?
Yeah, defo. Yeah, and there'll just be other stuff that we'll be doing throughout that time. You know, we're always kind of cooking things up to be like, should we do this? You know, different kind of ideas to keep things fresh. So, no doubt throughout the end of throughout this year, there'll be cool special things we'll be announcing and yeah, but yeah, it's going to be busy.
I like that. So there is cool things in the pipework that
Yeah,
but you just can't say.
yeah, there always is. You know, we find it hard to kind of settle down and just play shows and stuff. So we like to keep it fresh and exciting for us as well as the fans.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm really looking forward to South Howl. I mean, the singles we've had so far, South Howl and To the Flowers, have both been awesome. I mean, South Howl is just on constantly on repeat because
Oh,
it,
thank
it
you,
does
dude.
take me back to my youth, that track.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing.
and I love it. And then we've got the album, and looking forward to that. And hopefully we're going to be at download. So hopefully we'll
Yeah,
catch you there.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a great year for you guys. So thank you so much, Adam, for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you very much.